Welcome back, everybody. My name is Juan Londoño, and today we're going to discuss my YouTube lighting setup. So for those of you that are curious, I've gotten a couple of comments from people, and they say that they like the lighting. I've watched enough videos, and sometimes the people that are recording videos, their specialty is not photography, so they do the best they can. And to tell you the truth, as long as I can understand what they're saying and I can see what they're showing, I don't really care, right? But you do notice a difference. When you're looking at a photographer's video, a videographer's video, they usually have pretty good lighting and they know what they're doing, so it looks a little more pleasant. And I've gotten some feedback from friends, from people that view the channel, and they've told me that they really like the lighting. If I could share it one day, it would be nice. So I figured it's time to do that video. I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but as the channel grows, more people can see this and get some ideas. The lighting I use for the video is nothing compared to the lighting I use for photography. And what I mean by that, I'm not trying to downgrade videographers' lighting, but I had already spent a bunch of money on photography lighting, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on video lighting because I'm not outdoors, I'm not running around where I need expensive, powerful lights. I just needed something very, very simple to sit here and speak with you guys. So I spent the least that I could, and I'm going to share the links in the video for the equipment, so you can go in and buy it like right away if you want, because it's really affordable. And you can start doing this yourself without any doubts. So let's start by doing this. Right now you see what this video looks like with the lighting that I normally use. And I'm going to show you right now what it looks like if I had no lighting. So this is the video without lighting, right? Very different. Most people don't do this. They'll adjust the camera so the camera brightens everything up. And what that typically means is that they're gonna open up the aperture, and my aperture is already at 1.4. It's the widest it can be, right? And my ISO is like 500. I don't want to go too much higher than that. So what can I do, right? The shutter speed is what it is. I'm recording 30 frames per second, so my shutter speed is a 60th of a second. That's the rule. You double the frames per second. So there's not much I can do other than maybe go outside or turn some lights on. So I'm going to do this. Just from sitting here with you, I'm going to point and I'm going to call these lights, okay? So later when we talk, you know what I'm talking about. Right in front of me up here is a softbox, okay? Remember that. It's a big light with a kind of a white front, and it's called a softbox, okay? Just remember that. On top of me is the dining room light, right? The one that comes with the house, basically, okay? To the right, directly to the right, is a decorative lamp that we use in the dining room, and I turn that up very, very lightly. Right behind me, to the right, is a photography light that I use. It's a light, it's not a photography light. It's a light for the video that's going to highlight my face back here, so it separates me from dark backgrounds. Like you see this red, if there's a dark background, it kind of gives a nice light here, right? And that's back there. And then all the way in the back on the top, the house has a light. So I'm going to start turning these on so you can see, okay? So first I'm going to go on and I'm going to turn that light on back there that belongs to the house. Let's do this a step at a time. You're going to see me do this, okay? You can see my messy office when I get up. Now, that probably didn't make much change. It lit up the wall back there, and it kind of adds a little light. You can see the shadow. You can see the shadow on my head, right, from back there. But it doesn't quite add enough. I'm still kind of dark on this side of the face. This is bright because there's a window, and I have the blinds turned away. Now, I'm going to show you this on another camera in a minute, but we're going to turn these on one at a time, okay? So this is the decorative lamp, and it's a very dim lamp, but now you see there's a little glow here. You see how it lights up my face, right? You see that I'm looking at the monitor so I can see myself as well. So this adds a little warmth. Now I'm starting to separate myself from that background because now you can see this side of the face. That's nice. I have a dining room lamp. I'm going to turn that on, but I want to turn it on very low because I have other lights coming. I don't want it to be too bright, right? Because then it's going to look flat. If all the lights are even, then I'm going to look flat. So what I like to do is I like some lights to be stronger than others, so it gives me dimension and makes me stand out a little bit, right? So now you see how this light up here gives me a little shadow, right? So a little bit of yellowish orange, a little bit of yellow orange from here. Now it's starting to look warm, and then the white light coming in from the window is lighting up this, right? But I'm still dark, right? So how do we separate this from the background? I'm going to show you that light that I told you I was going to turn, and I'm going to show you these lights in a minute. Now, when I sit down, look at this. You see that glow back here? Now there's a glow, right? Now, no matter where I am, there's a glow there, and I can turn that up a little if I want, right? Here, I'll turn it up a little more, just to make it a little more dramatic. So you can see. Okay, there you go, right? Now it's starting to pick me up, but the main light is that softbox, okay? Watch this. I'm going to turn that on right now. There we go. Now this is the light. So the softbox is lighting me along with the window light, right? A combination of a white light and a yellow light. I have the top dining room light giving me a little color here, and that decorative lamp in the dining room giving me a little color here. Can you do without those? Yeah, I actually didn't used to turn those on in the past. I'm going to turn them off in a second so you can see. But I have that very important accent light back here that brightens me and separates me from the background. You see that? And then the light in the back in the house, what that does at night, when I'm recording videos at night, guys, is you see that light hitting that door back there, that door right there, and the wall right there. You're going to see that light at night, and it's going to light that wall. And you're going to think that this light on me comes from that light back there. You won't know that it's from this accent light that I have, right? So it's a trick that photographers and videographers play. They'll put a lamp in the background, and then they'll put this shiny light here to light this, and you think that the lamp is causing this, but it's not. It's that light all the way up there doesn't have the power to give me this bright look here, right? So it's a little trick we play. In the day, it doesn't really matter because you can't see it lighting that wall, but I light it anyway. Now let me turn off the top light and this dining room lamp here, just so you see. Not the end of the world. I just thought it gave it a little warmth. It gave it a little more warmth and friendliness, right? And that's what these videos, see, it's not bad, right? I can definitely do this. This is not bad. But it's a little dark. Like there's nothing up here, and there's, you know, outside of that accent light, which you can see it blocking, let me see right there, there's nothing here directly on my right. So I'm going to turn these back on, and then I'm going to walk around the house with another camera, my little street photography camera that I go around shooting videos with, and I'm going to show you this setup from a distance, right? And we'll talk about the lights. So stick with me, let's walk around. Okay, so now we're recording my setup. Here we go. And you can see me here in the little video. Da, 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 da. There I go with my camera. I'm holding the camera in my hand. So, all right, this is the setup. This is my dining room, okay? And there is that softbox that I mentioned, right? This is the main light. It lights the whole left of my face. This is where I sit in this chair right here, right? Facing the camera, and there I am in the mirror. There's the camera, there's the monitor, and then this is where I sit right here, okay? So there is the softbox, and there are 3 bulbs in there. I only have 1 bulb on because the 3 is too bright. There is my dining room lamp, which I turn on low. I know that it's hard to tell with this light, but it is actually low. I could crank that up a lot higher. And those are the 2, that's the top light, and then that's the softbox over here. So if we come back, right, I'm going to step back a little bit. There's the dining room, that's where I sit. There is that decorative lamp I was talking about right there. That's also set. I mean, I can't adjust the brightness on that. It's actually, it looks bright because of the recording level right now, but it's actually a very dim lamp. You can tell on the wall, there isn't a lot of light going on there, okay? So this is the setup. I'm going to step back a little, okay? Just so you can see the whole thing. So there's the camera. This is where I sit, right there. And there's that other lamp I talked about. This is the accent lamp that lights the back side of my head, so it separates me from the background, which is that messy office and then all this, right? And there's that lamp up there that I was talking about. I got some wires sticking out of the wall there, but there's that lamp that's not very bright, but it lights the wall. You see how it lights the wall, and it lights this door, right? So this is the dining room. I'm here at the dining room. So that is gonna look like it's lighting that door and that wall. And when you see me here on this monitor, on the camera, you're gonna think that this light is actually coming from up there, but it's not, because this is hidden, right? This is hidden out of the camera's view. This is hidden out of the camera's view. This is hidden out of the camera's view. The softbox is not in the camera's view. The only one that lights the wall is that light back there, right? So that is my setup. And this is my dining room. I'll step really far back, okay? That's my dining room, and there's that one lamp right there. There's the hidden dining room lamp on the table there. And then there's the top lamp, the softbox, and my setup. And it's a Canon C100, just in case you're curious, a Rode mic, right? This is what I have going on here. I don't use that screen back there, only for menus and to adjust my camera. And then this screen, which is what I look at to see how I'm doing, okay? And the table. And this is where I put my little book. You can't see it, but I have my notes written down. So that is my lighting setup. Let me go back to the camera. So here I am once again, right? This is the camera I had in my hand. I like to show you all these things. This is my M6 Mark II, and I have a beautiful, beautiful Comica amplified mic here, which I said backwards because I was standing, you know, at the back of this camera like this, so I wanted this mic to point back. Could have pointed it up as well, and that's what was recording, right? And then this little camera, which was recording the video of the setup here, right? So wonderful little camera. It's my street photography camera, and also what I do a lot of videos with, and of course with the mic pointing back, right? This is my setup here. Okay. So there you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start turning lights off one at a time, so you can see. I'm going to start this time the other way around with the less impactful lights, and I'll leave the softbox. Well, that's what I did, right? I turned the least impactful ones on first, and the softbox came in last, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to go the other way. So the less impactful ones, watch what happens. You're not going to notice them as much now with all the other lights on. Before, there was no lights on, and I started with the least impactful ones. Now I'm starting to turn those off first while all the other lights are on, so it's not as noticeable. So there's that wall is not lit anymore, and if it was nighttime, you would definitely see that. It would go from being lit to like being totally dark, right? So right now, unfortunately, there's so much light in the house that you can't see that difference. Now this light right here, that warm table lamp, that gives me this warm little glow. You see that? I'm going to turn that off. Okay? Now it's a little cooler on this side, right? Because it's the light from that accent giving me this highlight, and then the light coming in from the kitchen over there, which is giving me that white light. And of course, I still have my soft box up there, and I have my dining room lamp giving me this kind of orangey light up here. Let's turn that off next, okay? Okay, there we go. What do I have on right now? Softbox, a big white box, right? And the rear accent light, which gives, with those two lights, that's really what many photographers use. Now in a dark room, it's gonna create a lot of shadows because this side of my face is gonna be too dark because that side light is off now, right? You want a little lamp or something on the right. But with light in the room, I can actually get away with this format, right? I would adjust the color temperature again to make it look warmer. But this is perfectly fine. And I could crank that up, I could point it up if I want. That softbox, I could point it up to light kind of the ceiling, and then it would come down a little more evenly on me. But I like a little drama in my lighting, right? So the last one I'm turning, not the last one, before the last, I'm turning this rear accent. You see how nice that is, that light back here? I'm gonna turn that off. And that light that you saw, it's like a stick light. That was like $100 for two of them. And then the softbox was like $50. Came with a stand and the light bulb. I'm telling you, I'll give you the links. So you see how that highlight is now gone back here? So all I have is the window and the softbox coming in on this side, right? Now I'm going to turn the softbox and it'll all be just natural dining room light. And we're back to where we started. So I'm going to end the video this way. I'm sorry it's a little dark, but now you got to see the setup. Please go into the description, click on the links, and we'll take you straight to these lamps. The ones, of course, I'm not going to take you to my dining room lamp. I'm not going to take you to the house or the side lamp. You can get a lamp for your kitchen, for your room, whatever. The important ones here are the softbox and that rear light that gives me the separation, okay? I'm going to give you the links for those. And anything else you have questions about, please leave them in the comments. I'm so happy I got to show you my dining room and a little bit of my home. Every time we get to know each other a little better. If you leave me the comments, maybe you can send me a picture of your setup. That would be so awesome. I would love to see that because it also gives me ideas, right? I'm going to move around a little bit in the house. I've been doing videos here in this dining room for a while. I'm going to move into the the living room next. And the lighting probably will be different. It's much brighter over there. So I'm definitely going to have the softbox. And I'm probably going to have the accent light. And I probably won't need anything else because it's very bright in that room, right? And I leave you with that. Like I said, send me some pictures. Let me see what you're doing. You can even send me stuff if you're thinking about buying and ask for my suggestion. I would love to do that. But otherwise, these work perfectly fine. $50, $100 for two of those, which you can put in different, if you want to light. I could put the other one lighting the ceiling or lighting the front. Like if you don't have that table lamp, you can use it a little dimmer. I love that lamp because color temperature can be adjusted and intensity can be adjusted. So it has two knobs. And I can make it wider, more yellow, and I can make it brighter or dimmer. So just check it out in the link, and I'll see you guys next time. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Please take care of yourselves, and ciao for now.